Hey, this is Herizen, and you're watching Beats and Booze.
Let's come over to My House by Herizen. Now she's here in studio. Welcome, welcome.
Hello, how are you?
We're doing good. Sorry, it's freezing in here right now.
I like it cold. It's great.
She's hunched over. She's in pain right now.
I get cold easily.
Yeah, I'm miserable right now too.
We should get some Beats and Boost sweatshirts.
We should because the heat actually doesn't really work in here. It's all facade.
No, it doesn't. Yeah.
That's the thing about when it's
fake
hot.
news.
Coming from Miami, it's either hot as hell outside, and you go in any place and it's like ice cold, like an ice rink. They're bumping that air conditioning.
Yep, we love Miami though. You're saying the right things right now. Our favorite.
It's the second greatest city.
Yeah, we go. We have a trip. We go every year in March. Like all of us. Yeah.
Miami's awesome.
Yep, it is a good time. So for anybody not familiar, a lot of people know you from the Get Down, the Netflix show.
Such a good show.
Amazing show. All big fans of the show. Now you're putting out some music, but you did sing on the show, so people have heard your voice before. Kind of tell us a little bit about how you got started in this whole thing. You said it from Miami, so starting from there.
Okay, yeah. Well, I was born and raised in Miami. My dad is a reggae musician, so I kind of just grew up around music all the time.
Right.
On stage with him.
That's pretty cool.
Play guitar, and
Nice.
it's just always been in my blood to want to make music.
Right.
Then I moved to Cali for high school, and my dream of music was always on my mind, and I was always attracting that and always pushing and doing open mics and writing music and doing little shows here and there.
Right.
Then I started modeling, which kind of just got the ball rolling a little bit with meeting people.
Right.
Yeah.
Getting invited to the right places, And then my agency at the time was Maverick Artists, and they had a theatrical side of their agency, and they were like, "Hey, do you want to be a part of that?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure."
Why not? Yeah.
Sure.
Why not?
And how old are you when all this is going on?
Sorry?
How old are you when all this is going on?
I was 17.
Wow. Okay.
And then the Get Down was like maybe the third or fourth audition that I ever did as an actor.
Wow.
It's pretty
Pretty epic.
Knock it out of the park on that one.
Yeah.
I kind of just like sent it, and I was like, all right, this, and I chose certain roles because I just wanted to, if I was going to start to be an actor, I want to establish myself as a serious one.
Right.
Yeah.
Do big tings. And this was obviously a huge deal. Baz Luhrmann, Netflix, and I couldn't believe that I got it. I went in to the audition to sing Alicia Keys' Falling for the audition, and at the time my voice was really sore, and I thought I was going to totally screw up. But I actually killed it, and I got flown to New York like the week after.
Wow.
Nice. And
That's cool.
So were you still in high school at this point?
I was 18 at this point,
Right.
and I literally missed like prom and graduation and all of that like 2 months before.
Were you upset about that?
Yeah.
I gotta ask.
I was like,
It's like I'm on a Netflix show, but I'm also missing
Did you
prom.
have a prom date already?
No.
No? Okay. that makes it a little better.
Yeah,
You didn't have to like break everybody's heart.
I was homeschooled, but I was still, Samo High was still like my school, and like my squad was still there, so I was gonna go like
of course.
fun,
Yeah.
But I was already on my own vibe, so I was like, well, it is what it is.
Right.
I'm gonna go.
So when you first sent your audition, was it like an audition tape or was it an in-person audition?
It was in person.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was
That's tough.
Yeah, I was very nervous.
Oof.
It was very scary. I was intimidated as hell, especially knowing what the project was.
Right.
Yeah.
Was it like audition where you get there and there's a bunch of other people waiting outside to audition as well?
Yeah, there were. I think actually they started. It was an open call, and then they started kind of just pulling certain people that they thought could be good for the part.
Yeah.
And so there weren't a lot of girls in the room, but luckily for me, there was only one casting agent.
Right.
Which is usually what you want, or not. On a callback, you want everyone there. But on the first audition, you want it to be personable. So
Right.
Sure.
Right.
One-on-one.
Yeah.
So
Those were, I don't know for you, but I went to one for like a commercial. I did 2 actually.
Did you?
It's the most awkward thing like in the world.
It's
So
hard.
you walk in the room to like sign and everybody's looking at you because everybody's kind of sizing each other up, whatever. And then you go and then there's no like warm up where they literally just like boom, you're on and you just have to start talking. Like you have to just turn it on automatically.
Yeah.
It was horrible.
Yeah.
I've been scarred. I'm not going back ever.
I can't stand. Auditioning is the worst part of it because also reading like full scripts.
Yeah.
Like I said, like my brain can't even think of words anymore.
Yeah.
How many scripts I read?
That's crazy.
Like I read like 3 books like a week. They're screenplays.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a whole movie you're reading.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a
Now, if
That's
they don't
crazy.
start good, you just stop.
Well, I read the plot
Yeah.
and kind of get the idea, and if I like don't vibe, then I just don't vibe.
Next.
That's one thing people don't know, that people like actors and actresses read a lot of scripts. I only know that from Entourage. In Entourage, they constantly read scripts.
that's your business.
Yeah, that's why I like my baseline right there.
Acting,
They're just always reading scripts in Entourage, you know. So that's my baseline as far as acting goes.
Or having their managers read the scripts for them.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
It's like, oh, that must be nice.
It must be nice. Okay, so growing up, like musically, like, what were you into? Like throughout high school, I guess. What was your music vibe?
Growing up, I was not allowed to listen to pop. Or
Really?
pop
Really?
or-
Why?
Huh.
My parents just didn't want me to be jaded by like or corrupted by the world, and if I was gonna be an artist, they wanted it to be purely me and like.
Well, that I can understand.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Were
I
you
get
allowed
that.
to date?
No.
Yeah, definitely
No.
not.
Well,
She
I'm
can't
just-
listen to pop music. She's not gonna go.
No,
No
no.
boys allowed.
I did not date in high school either. I was not. I just like didn't. I guess I just didn't really care. I was more about having fun and being free.
Right.
Because like be a kid for as long as you can, right?
Right.
Yeah.
True.
I wish.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wish I could go back.
We just had a discussion about how terrible this past summer was.
Yeah,
so,
it's
bad.
those days are gone.
Because
for
we all
us.
had to be like semi-adults this summer.
Yeah. There's a lot going on.
Yeah.
So what is that? So what is that for you? What is being free for you? Like, what were you doing?
Well, I was just skating and hanging out with friends and going to kickbacks and making music and dancing and I mean,
Do you play any sports?
yeah, I did. I played basketball in high school.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm the oldest of 3 girls, and I was my dad's son, pretty much.
Right.
I was the tomboy.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I'm the one who would like go to the football games with him.
Right.
Like, number 1 like fan. of
Were
my
your
dad.
younger sisters as like sheltered as you were, or did you
My
kind of get the brunt of
sister-
it?
My second younger sister, Zune, she's just better at being social than I am. I think. And my parents are really in tune with who we are, and so they knew like, all right, Zune can handle like regular school. She
Right.
can,
Right.
She can deal with all that. Herizen is. She needs a little time. And so, I mean, my sister was, I feel like she was a little less sheltered because she pushed it. She
Right.
she wanted it,
Yeah.
you know.
You're also the guinea pig as the oldest. I
Yeah,
think, a
that's-
lot of
that's
times.
what I was
that's
gonna say.
true. That's true.
Like your parents are, you know, I see it with like my sister and my nephew.
Oh yeah.
That she was very strict with him, but with my niece now, it's a whole different story.
My brother got away with murder compared
right,
to
and my
me.
sister tells me I got away with murder. You know what I mean? So I think that a lot of times as the older
The
one,
opposite way for me.
really,
My sister gets away with everything.
and she's older than you.
Younger.
Oh, she's young. That's what we're
Yeah.
saying. So you're the guinea pig.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
Right,
right,
never
exactly. Welcome to the conversation.
Listen up, please.
I was there and then I wasn't.
Yeah, it's fine. But being like socially awkward. Speaking of, I mean, do you feel like you have to kind of turn on a switch when you enter a room, like even this, or
Yeah.
you know, casting, or whatever it is? You have to like be personable.
yeah.
It's a weird thing. I'm very similar, but I feel like I have
I'm
to.
that
I know
way.
I have to turn it on. Like mentally, I'm like, all right, now
Yeah.
it's time. Like, you know, bring it out a little bit.
If I'm not in the
Yeah.
zone, it's like a whole.
Right,
I'm
right.
just not in the zone, and then I have to recharge at some point.
Yeah.
Like I can't be around people all the time.
Yeah.
You know, that's rough.
Yeah, it can be. I also like, I do enjoy being around people and just like seeing people enjoy themselves and have a good time. Like I love to go out and dance. That's like the reason I go out. It's not really for the social aspect.
Right.
It's to go like lose myself in like the music. Or,
So you'll be in like in the club in the middle of the dance floor.
and and I'll have my eyes closed.
Yeah.
And, like everyone will be like, what?
Right. That's good.
And I'll just be zoned out. Yeah.
It's usually the opposite.
That's cool though. Yeah.
Usually we have people in here, or the people that we meet are just like standing in the bottle section, just like, on their phone.
That's
Yeah.
Do you go to the club to sit on Instagram?
Yeah, to post about how you're in the club. That's kind of
That's actually what Social Jungle is kind of about.
Right. Let's talk about that, because the video for Social Jungle is in 2 parts, right?
Well, yeah.
Right?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Sorry. Yeah.
Okay.
There's a bit in the club, and then out of.
There's like a party one, and there's one that's like kind of like a commentary on like kind of putting on a show, almost to pretend like you're having fun or something.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Kind of explain that a little bit.
Well, when I wrote this song, I was going out, not like a lot, but I was doing it to kind of just feed the buzz of writing.
Right.
Just want to like feed myself with
like be inspired, be around different music.
Yeah,
muses.
just like new information. So I was going out and I was bummed out a little bit because I was just really starting to experience what club life was, and I just wanted, when I would go out and dance, I would just feel so watched and
Because you actually went to a dance club to dance.
Yeah, exactly. How dare you? How dare you?
Not get hit on.
Yeah, exactly. Not to like go searching for guys or to go take some, and it's fine to everyone
teach his own.
Has to each their own, exactly. But I mean, I know when the vibe is there and they want to dance. Like, they want
it's also
so bad,
depending on where you're going, like what type of club you're in, because like you said, a lot of it's just like it's to be seen or to have the bottle, have the whole show.
LA is very much like that, generally
it's
speaking.
A show.
Everything.
I was gonna
is a show.
say, like, there's like clubs in Brooklyn where it's like there's no phones allowed,
cool
like it's dark, like
well,
that's where people go to dance.
Yeah.
So check out those.
Give those a whirl.
Yeah, I know. I might do.
But even still, I mean, I still find myself, I think, like getting hyped up. I had like a day off. Like, all right, cool, we're gonna go out, and then we go out. I'm just like, what the? Like, what are we doing? You know what I mean? Like, it's not. You know what I mean? Like, it's really hard to get lost in that whole thing. I don't know.
I don't know. We're getting down a real jaded path right now, but it's just like sometimes it's hard to find that like where that fun is anymore.
Well,
you do it so much. It's like,
Well, I just wrote it because I just wanted to kind of express like how it was making me feel, and to my fans, like I want my fans to know who I am, and so this is just my music is my way of sharing who I am with the world. And
what was it making you feel specifically? Like, how would you'd go out at night and then like you would leave feeling what way?
Well, I would either like lone wolf it and I'd go alone.
Oh, so you can actually go out alone. Like you're one of those personalities. Yeah. I can't. I feel like everybody's looking at me if I'm out by myself. Like look at that sad guy by himself over there.
Steven Glanberg over here.
I know that. Like, I know that I am being watched. All the times, but I just don't care.
Yeah, it's just, when you get to a point where you just don't care. You're just like, all right, whatever.
It's just like I've spent being homeschooled. I've spent so much time.
Right. That's interesting.
I'm okay alone, but then I also do get like social anxiety where I'm like, I need to talk to people.
Right.
Yeah. But I just wanted to kind of share a little freedom, a little laughter, and a little like put the phone down and get lit then.
Yeah.
You know, like,
like
have
that.
some fun, dude. And that's kind of what it's about, is just like stop comparing yourself all the time to other people. Stop taking selfies all the time. Get off of Instagram.
Right.
Like, just put the phone down and enjoy the moment. And that's just that's what I'm about.
I think everybody should take those things into consideration.
A little piece of that mantra right there.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I'm going from being homeschooled to then now being on this super popular show on Netflix, and then doing all these interviews and press and things like that, and then also I'm sure people recognizing you. Was that overwhelming at first for you?
It can be weird sometimes because people will come up to me and be like, hey.
You that girl?
You're in that show?
And I'm like, whoa. Like, what did I do? And they're like, oh, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Yeah, you're right. That is me.
Actually, yeah. So it gets a little weird sometimes, and I'm not really realizing where I'm at.
Right.
Like, the impact that I have made because I don't think about it too much. I'm just like, my day
going about your day.
Right. And so it catches me off guard sometimes, and it happens a lot here in New York.
Yeah.
I was actually just filming a show in Toronto, and it was happening a lot in Toronto.
Really?
Toronto.
Do people come up to you?
If I said Toronto.
Do people come up to you like already selfieing, like, oh my god?
Dude, the craziest thing. This is what happened. I was walking down like Sunset or something, and this family like freak out. They're driving in the car. They pull over, like they fully make a U-turn and pull up on the side of the street, and they're like, oh my god, Herizen, oh my god, and I was like, oh my god.
What's happening? Is your family okay?
God, car accident coming over here.
Jeez.
Yeah, and that was like, I think that was one of my craziest fan experiences. It was like the whole fam too. They like hopped out the whip, and they're like,
that's pretty funny.
That's odd.
And I was like, all right. And I was with my whole squad too. And they're just like, I felt a little, hey.
No big deal.
No big deal, guys. It's fine.
Just causing car accidents. It's fine.
No big
Don't
deal.
mind me.
Yeah, but I think that was one of my craziest, one of those.
Yeah, it's strange. It's just an odd
That's
thing
a weird thing, but I think eventually you get used to it though.
Yeah,
right?
I've got
in some sort of way.
Right.
Yeah, I always say hi.
Right.
I'm always like, hey, totally take a picture.
Yeah, of course.
Pretty drunk right now.
That's fine. That's fine.
Kind of lit, but want an autograph or?
I'm trying to think. Who was I? I was sitting in an interview the other day, and they were talking about this was like this last year. That somebody was a big fan of Mace, and they saw him at South by Southwest, and Mace wouldn't take a picture with them. Like, and this is like
messed up.
This is like 2017 Mace. Like who the fuck does Mace think he is without taking a picture?
Please, no pictures.
Right. But that's good that you still you entertain it. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, they're sweet.
Right.
You know.
I think you owe it to people.
You do.
I mean, because to be blessed to get to do what you do on a regular basis, that is a part of it. That's a part of the cost. Is that you do owe a certain part of yourself to the public.
Yeah. And even if I'm like not in the mood or I'm having a bad day or something, like I take that as an opportunity to like cheer me up.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Of course. Yeah.
I'm like, all right, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. we should all be so lucky that somebody actually wants to meet you. You know what I mean? Like somebody's actually excited to meet you. That's such a beautiful thing. Yeah. Let's get into it. This is Social Jungle Herizen on Beats and Booze, and we'll have more next. All right, that was Herizen with Social Jungle here on Beats and Booze. Now it's time for our favorite part of the show. This one was
geared towards asking another guy.
So we're gonna flip it a little bit. We're gonna make it a little more respectable for a lady. Okay. So
are we?
Here we are.
All right.
Okay.
We're trying to be nice.
We're gentlemen
now
here.
I'm curious as to what the question was.
I'll give it to her.
It wasn't anything crazy.
The question was, what's the strangest proproposal that a girl asked to get you back to the room?
Yeah, a female fan of yours. So yours is going to be flipped in. What's the craziest thing a guy has done to shoot a shot with you?
Like a pickup line or
anything.
Tried to get you to, give him your number. It's just off, Mike.
Wow. How many crazy stories do you
Sounds
have?
like there's been a few.
Yeah, jeez. Put some people on blast.
Well, it's just like nothing instantly pops into my mind.
Okay.
There's just been so many.
There's just been so many.
Well, it's just a bit silly.
Right.
Of course.
Okay.
Yeah.
How some guys can be.
Well, do tell.
Any examples?
Okay, well, for example, one of the most aggressive situations.
Okay.
We're listening.
I was in Jamaica.
Jamaica, okay.
And this guy, like, fully grabbed me.
Oh.
And, like...
Whoa.
Practically tried to kiss me and was like, I'm sorry, I'm just freaking out.
No.
What? That's the worst reason on top.
Next time I do something stupid, I'm like, oh, wait, sorry, I'm just freaking out.
Excuse.
No, it was...
Wait, was there any context? Had there been a conversation even prior to that?
He just walked up to you, grabbed you, and tried to kiss you.
Yeah,
wow.
And I guess he...
That's a shot right there.
Who I was or something.
Really?
And it was like... I was with my mom.
I hope you tased him.
My mom is Jamaican, and she got very like Jamaican. But it was it was crazy.
Jeez. That's aggressive. That is aggressive.
The most aggressive. I guess like the sweetest was like having flowers sent to my room.
Okay.
Well, that's nice.
Did that work?
Yeah.
Did it work?
No.
So there's no winning.
There's no winning whatsoever. Yeah.
There's no happy like middle ground where something's gonna win.
The asshole didn't win, and neither did the nice guy.
That's it.
Yeah, no, it's just gotta like be like the vibe, or it's not.
Yeah, what's the proper way?
What would work?
This is all right. I'm gonna throw this out there because this is a real question. So you're out, you see somebody like a girl you're attracted to in like Starbucks or whatever, you know what I mean? She's dressed down.
Like a local.
Right. How receptive are you to somebody making a move in like a Starbucks? You're in like sweats, you know what I mean? You're just going for a quick coffee. Are you open to it?
Well, I mean, it depends like who
Right.
they are.
Right.
Like, or like the like.
No, it's not the guy that tried to grab you in Jamaica.
Yeah.
It's just like a normal dude.
just a regular guy.
I mean, no. It honestly, it depends on like a certain kind of like I'm just attracted to a certain kind of energy.
Right.
And if like if you don't have it, then it
doesn't work.
Well, how do you know if he's standing behind you in line?
Yeah. How do you have it? What's this energy? Can you put it into words?
Because
is it big dick
Is it
energy?
like
That's what we're talking about.
What?
That's the thing. Big dick energy is a
What?
thing. Big dick energy is a thing. All right, this is a debate that
Please explain
all right,
this.
You know what this is? It's all over like the interwebs, but it's basically girls claim that they can sense a guy, they can sense a dude's like big dick energy, basically how confident he is, this or that. So. That is
that? I don't know. I feel like that's just somebody being a douchebag.
But women claim that they can sense that, and that's how they're attracted to a man or not. This is like been debate on what the Breakfast Club had. This whole debate.
Buy it.
You don't buy it?
I don't buy it.
You don't think it's a thing?
No.
I think it's
I think there are guys.
I don't think it's actually literally like your
Right.
big dick. You know what I mean? I literally mean it literally means like
if it's just
it means like
confidence, then
confidence.
yeah.
Like you're like the
Of
way you
course.
carry yourself means
Sure.
you know you have something to offer or something to bring to the table.
Yeah.
Basically, is what I'm saying.
But that can all. There's a very fine line between like confidence and like being a cool
jerk.
person,
Right.
and being a complete asshole.
Being a Chad.
Being a Chad or
Sure.
Brad, yeah,
Or Brad.
Five.
Like the guy who just went up to you and groped you. Like
He was very confident, though. I mean,
people could consider that confident, but in reality,
right.
take a step back, bro.
Yeah.
Okay, so what is the proper approach then? I guess what we're getting at here.
Well, just like honestly, I like eye contact.
Okay,
Without like.
that makes sense.
See, that's what I was going to say. I was going to say if you're in Starbucks and it's like an exchange of glances.
But that would be what I was talking about.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
It was it's just a very abrasive word.
So it's like he exchanged glances
Right.
and then he secretly bought your coffee. Go.
How would you secretly buy coffee behind her in Starbucks?
If he was in front of her.
That's fine.
Yeah, but
Stop
how would
changing the scenario.
How would he know what kind of coffee she wants?
This is like some romantic move that doesn't make sense.
You tell the cashier
How
whatever
much
she's
money do
getting.
you give her though? How much? What if she's buying for like her whole office? You don't even know if she's
Okay,
got a whole
how
office.
about
God,
this?
you're ruining the
Go
whole
ahead. Sorry, go ahead. Good
Okay.
God.
One of the sweetest things, I was out at a restaurant.
Okay.
And this was like, I don't know, like a year ago maybe.
Right.
And I was on a date and I like was with a group of friends. So it was like kind of like a group.
A group date.
gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I was with this guy
Mm-hmm.
and I was like I was hungry, but I wasn't hungry for anything there, and I
Right.
didn't want to say anything.
Right.
And he was like, "What are you gonna get?"
Yeah.
And I was like, "I'm a vegetarian, so it's just like difficult for me to decide."
Right.
Yeah.
Sometimes and I was like, I just really wish I had an apple. like obviously not thinking anything of it. I was like,
Right.
right now my taste buds like an apple would be
Yeah.
Sure.
Right.
and he was like, "Oh, okay, word." And like a couple minutes go by, and then he's like, "I'm going to the bathroom." And then he goes, and like 10 minutes go by. I'm like, "Where the hell did he go?" to
Right.
the bathroom. So long.
It's having an issue in there.
And then he comes back through like
Right.
through like
The entrance?
the kitchen.
Oh, kitchen.
Yeah.
What? How the hell are you into? Oh,
And
into
he
the.
has a waiter with like a cut up apple, and like he ran to the store and got me an apple.
Oh,
and
wow.
Had it cut up.
I would have just
That's
brought
smooth.
the. I would have just brought the apple not
Yeah.
cut up. That's even
That's
better.
smooth.
Look
Yeah,
at that.
no, he like finesse.
Did he get a second date?
Yeah.
Oh, you have to get a second date with him.
Yeah.
I would take him on a second date.
Yeah,
with him.
you bring a cut up apple. That's
At
it.
that point,
Yeah.
Yours. Come on.
good for him. Wow, shout out to him. Have a round of applause.
Yeah.
We'll play. We'll start that later. There we go. That was good. All right, last thing we're talking about social media. Would you date somebody who slid into your DMs? That's been another popular one we've been talking about.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Right?
Yeah. At what point is it like? You
At
know,
what point do you stop like answering DMs? You know,
Mhm.
because you can't feel the energy through a DM. I feel like
No,
If we're talking about energies
I
here.
don't.
Also, like, what do you say?
Well-
Well, that's the hard part.
Yeah.
Also, what is the right line to say in a DM?
Well, when it's through Instagram, it's only about looks.
True.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So,
But if he's witty, he can come up with a clever line that might.
well,
Okay. Oh.
but that is also based off of like a screen and like not knowing anything.
Interesting. Yeah.
Really. So like if I were to see someone that was really like cute, I'm like, oh wow, okay.
Okay. All right. Nasty. Okay.
You're
Uh-huh.
really cute guy.
Right.
Like I guess I would kind of like try to figure out his personality.
Right.
Like through like a video or like story or something.
Right.
Just
Mhm.
like
Just to feel him out. So
Yeah.
it's
To
not
make
just
sure he's not a serial
Yeah.
killer,
Yeah.
obviously.
Yeah.
but I've never gone.
You've never dated somebody from
Or like talked to somebody via like, you know.
like yeah, I think I've had like maybe one or two, but I met them once. Like
interest.
Right.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I also
That makes
I also
sense.
kind of feel like Instagram or just internet dating is kind of the norm to a degree these days.
I don't think I don't.
Really?
It is, but I feel
It's
like
weird to me.
I feel like just straight up sliding into a DM is like almost like just like
Hold on.
unsolicited.
You're like the king of Bumble, so don't act like
That's what I'm
you're the king of
saying.
internet
No,
dating.
but that's what I'm saying.
Really?
Bumble is a like
It's a dating app.
dating app.
It's like
See,
Tinder.
I
You know
can
Tinder?
never- no.
No, I'm saying, but
But-
it's like Tinder.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I can.
But the girls
that's
have to
crazy.
after you match,
Right.
the
Yeah,
girls
the
have
girls
to
have
start the conversation.
Yeah.
So like, you know, like on Tinder if you match, the guy can just like straight up
Long
send
story
you
short, it's a dating app. You date
Yeah.
people online, right? You hang out. You're not okay.
I'm not saying anything
Okay.
against it.
All right, all
I've
right.
gone on plenty of Bumble dates,
Okay,
but I'm
fine.
saying
Now we're getting somewhere.
as far as Instagram goes,
Yes,
if
yes.
I'm like I haven't met a girl at all,
Right.
no clue,
Right.
you know, and I just think she's a cute girl and I send her a DM, like
Right.
that's weird.
Yeah.
I've never met you before.
I don't think it's weird. It's
think
very
that's-
very normal. I've gone on plenty of dates that have started that way. It's very in today's day and age. It's
But you're a guy, it's different for a girl because a girl's getting 1,000 of those. You might be getting 10.
I'm saying, but I have approached a girl and I've gone on a date from that.
Or none.
Or maybe none. Fine. Either way. But I'm just saying, I think it's so normal these days. I mean, obviously, you have a
Yeah.
thing with social media that you understand what its point is. You're not like super
well,
into
for
it.
social media, it's mostly work and
Right.
like it's my mood board.
Right.
It's what I feel. It's like I'm having a weird feeling.
Right.
I do take my fans into consideration, but like also it's about
Yeah, it's your thing.
it's like my timeline and
Mhm.
and I look back and I'm like, oh, I remember that feeling.
Right.
And I remember that caption and what it meant to me. And it's like it's poetic for me. It's not so much about like posting the sexiest picture.
Right, right,
Sometimes,
yeah.
you know, you're like
Every once in a while, you gotta
Sometimes
put a
you're
little-
feeling it,
yeah,
sure,
yeah,
sure.
yeah.
But,
Let them know you're still there.
yeah. Don't forget, guys.
I'm still around. Hey, it's one of those.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, I don't see social media as it doesn't impress me.
Interesting. So don't DM
Don't
her.
DM
If you're
her.
listening, do not
That's
DM her.
that's the whole
for a
moral of
date.
the story.
Yeah. Apple's
Yeah,
work.
Find me.
Find
Yeah,
you.
Apple's work.
Come out and find. No, you don't want people stalking you either. Though.
Yeah.
Let's not invite that either. Let's just everybody
Don't-
calm down for a
Don't
second.
find her. Leave her alone.
Yeah, leave her alone. Right? So this is where it gets awkward. There's no proper way to
Yeah,
really date
no.
in 2018. You know what I mean? There's like it's
We're in a weird place.
Right. You can't. Do you call somebody? Is that too much? Do you
Yeah.
talk? Do you text them? Because then if you text, then they might think that you're not, able to go the extra mile and call them. But some people don't like calling. You know what I mean? It's just a weird kind of
Yeah.
thing.
I hate
And
texting. I
I
miss
had
calling.
Instagram in high school, so this is exactly one of the reasons why I was
Right.
just like, no boys,
Right.
okay,
Mm-hmm.
live my life, have fun.
What are these accents? though? They're like you're going like real like Miami Cuban. I feel
Yeah.
like.
Yes,
Yeah.
sometimes.
Sometimes it's just take it easy, all right?
Yeah,
That's
take it
it.
easy. Yeah, but that's like more of a natural Libra than that one.
Ah, okay. Got it. I didn't know. Thank you for clarifying.
Learning so much today.
All right, so before we let her go, she's got to leave a question for the next guest.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's pretty much whatever you want to leave.
Okay.
Anything. If there
Could be
we've got-
weird,
Is
funny.
the next guest?
It's gonna be a producer. Yeah.
A producer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Producer,
Okay.
artist, DJ. One of those.
Musician.
When you are performing in front of a crowd, do you make a special connection with a certain person that gives you that feeds your energy?
I like it. Is that what? So what's your answer for that one?
For me,
Yeah.
when I'm performing and I see someone really vibing out,
Right.
I really connect with, feel like
Right.
their heart and their spirit, and it feels good. Sorry.
No, that's good. No, it's
What are you laughing at?
it's a weird thing because I feel like when you're on stage and like you like make eye contact with somebody and you're kind of like fixated on that one person, like from being on the audience perspective of that, I almost feel it. I don't know. Maybe I'm just weird. I'm like, I feel kind of uncomfortable.
Well, you just. Oh, yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't
weird.
like.
You know what I mean?
But seeing that, like I see you, like I vibe, like yes.
Right. Well, you're
like,
seeing
because then I feel like somehow the pressure is like on you because you're like, oh shit, like I want to keep egging this on, keep that vibe, like you're doing fucking sweet.
Yeah.
But.
Well, when I like go to I love music festivals because it gives me, it's like where my like spirit is the happiest.
Right.
It's around a bunch of music and everyone is happy and. There, I'm not watched by dancing.
No,
you know?
not at all. Everybody's dancing there. That's the vibes are right at music festivals.
Exactly.
And we've talked about that many times before, where it's like people who shit on them. If you've never been to one, you're not gonna understand it because it's just a feeling when you go there.
Feeling. It's awesome. I guess that's how I kind of just am usually.
Right.
I'm like in that.
Right, you're permanent festival mind. Yeah.
Mindset.
right.
Just like free.
Yeah.
I want to give the DJ or the artist love, like give them all my energy because they're giving
hard
me.
hands.
They're no, I give them my energy and they give me theirs, and it's just an exchange of that, and it just like
for sure.
I mean, it makes sense because as a DJ, when I see you see that one person that is like really like
you're like this guy's feeling I'm playing for him.
Yeah. Like you always look at that one person doesn't give a fuck and they're gonna set the tone for everything and then you just play to them and that makes everybody else around them
follows.
Start following
the
suit,
vibe is contagious.
Exactly.
For sure.
The vibes are very contagious.
The vibes are contagious.
Is that a t-shirt or just come up with a t-shirt?
It should be a t-shirt.
Yeah, we're calling that one. Don't steal it from us. We're calling that one.
TM, bro.
All right. Promote. What do you have going on for? Jesus, the year's over.
Yeah, 2019.
What's
next?
going on the rest of this year, 2019? What are you looking forward to?
I'm really hyped about releasing my next single and then EP in October.
Nice.
Sweet.
The next single is called "Come Over to My House," and the EP is also called "Come Over to My House." And this is just the beginning of. This is a one feeling that I have.
Yeah.
This EP is definitely a vibe, and it was written in the time that I was feeling that vibe.
Right.
And as I change, my music changes. And so I say this so that fans can kind of
set them up.
Be prepared.
Right.
Like, oh shit, she's rapping now.
Right.
Okay. You know.
Is that what we're looking forward to? You're gonna be rapping?
Maybe a little bit.
Oh.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Is it in the Nacho Libre voice?
No.
All right. Okay.
We wouldn't be mad about it.
I figured I'd
just
ask.
throw it out there. We're not mad.
Maybe do like a bonus track for that.
That'd be good. Just for us, actually. We would just enjoy
Do
it.
like a full-on Jack Black, nacho song at the end.
Yes, please do.
A little bonus track.
Yeah, we're requesting it.
Yeah.
We're gonna hold
I'll
you to
think
that.
about it.
Shout out your socials. Where can people keep up with you and find out, all the new music and stuff you're doing?
My Instagram is at Herizen_fawn, and so is my Twitter. I never use Twitter, so that's
Me neither.
I think I'm locked out of my Twitter account.
I'm locked out.
Yeah, I'm locked out.
I've been on it in years.
Yeah, somebody asked me to retweet something the other day. I was like, I don't think I can.
I don't know if I know how to make that work.
Right, yeah.
Completely out of the Twitterverse.
Yeah, so I'll do something else for you, but not to retweet.
Yeah.
It's just Instagram and that's it.
Yeah, it's pretty much where I'm more active
on it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gotcha. Well, thank you for joining us. It's been a pleasure getting to meet
so
you.
cool.
Thank you guys so much.
Of course.
This is fun.
Of course. Best of luck with everything. I'm sure we'll see you around soon.
Season 3?
Yes.
Get Down?
No,
not
sadly.
Sorry, but possibly a new show.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Mic drop right there.
Drop a bomb. We're going to put a bomb in post.
Yeah, we're going to drop a bomb here in spot. Make a note, bomb right there in that spot, okay?
There it is.
Perfect. Thanks so much.
Thanks, guys.